you are in for a treat because I feel like I'm an excellent teacher, regardless of what she tells me about me. But nah, I really enjoy teaching and helping in small groups. I'm really not a super people person like that, but I know I need to get out of my shell to get to the income levels that I've projected myself mentally to get to, which is millions, if not billions. And I was always told the person in front of the room gets paid the most. So I had to get in front of the room. So you guys are actually experiencing me getting out of my comfort zone to showcase myself more, showcase my brand more, showcase my skill set. I do a lot of things and a lot of things I'm good at, but I truly believe teaching and helping is the thing that I'm the best at. So with this presentation, it is going to be a lot of words and a lot of writing, but I think it's going to be more of a conversation piece that I have with you guys. So I want you to leave with some real value. I've been a part of a lot of different classes and seminars and webinars and all of the top level high people that's doing all the great things in the world, but sometimes I feel like I didn't really leave with no real value. Have you ever experienced that before? It might be somebody that's like in the space that you want to be in, but you'll sit with them for an hour and be like, I kind of knew that and I kind of heard these things before, but it's nothing really touching me. I want to give you something when you leave here, you're gonna be like, wow, I can apply that right now and move forward. So that's my goal. All right, so this is the Influence the Income event training. It's okay to record, it's okay to get your content. I actually encourage you to get your content because that's a part of this event thing is making sure you record, show people that you're doing stuff, show people that you are enriching yourself in education. That's what makes people believe in you, and that's a part of what makes your events more eventful. All right, about us. This is the Creators Kickback. This is my event space that I created with my partner. It's a nonprofit, and basically it's designed to help people make content, create content, and support creators. This is the era of the creator. Everybody is a content creator now. Everybody's a social media guru now. So me trying to be ahead of the game, I'm like, how can I get in this mix? 'Cause I'm not a big content creator, but I'm like, well, let me create a space where the content creators come to me. Streamers are making millions of dollars now. I'm not necessarily gonna be a streamer, but I can attract the streamers, I can coach, I can mentor them, and I can put them in the right space. So this is what we created. So the Creators Kickback is a community-powered nonprofit based in Los Angeles that helps underserved creators, entrepreneurs, and filmmakers through free events, media services, workshops, and mentorship. Founded by veteran Jamero Mercer and filmmaker Skylar Jackson, who is my partner. The organization operates entirely through grassroots efforts, funding events and media from their own personal income. Yes, I pay for everything out of pocket myself, like you guys, like everybody, every startup. Since the inception, Creators Kickback has empowered over 300 creators through free professional photo shoots, community gatherings, wellness workshops, and educational panels. Our work combines cultural enrichment, digital storytelling, and professional development to uplift those historically excluded from the opportunity. All right, the mission and the vision. So the mission is to go from empty rooms to sold out events. And everybody here has done an event or want to do an event. I got a question. Has anybody ever done an event and basically nobody showed up? Has anybody had that experience?
Yep.
Okay, I think we all have had that experience. So this is going to be an interactive workshop, and I want to go and speak to everybody directly. So we just go down the line. So you personally, how did that make you feel when you did the event? You put your time, money, energy, you put your promo, you did your Canva flyer, you didn't text everybody, and nobody showed up. So how did that make you feel exactly?
Like a failure, like giving up.
Like saying, forget everything just after that one event? Okay, what about you?
I think initially it was a shot to the ego, and then afterwards it was just keep showing up. Just keep
So
doing
you still felt motivated, like it hit you, but you still felt like you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Are you not?
Yeah, but I'm recording.
Okay, gotcha. Nah, she gonna skip because she's
Oh.
recording.
I can't say, I see so many wins in getting things done. You know what I mean? So I can't say that it made me feel bad. Yeah, I felt accomplished, honestly. To have a couple people show up, I was like, yeah, that's a win.
For me, scared that maybe I didn't have the right idea, but then I tried again, and then I had like a bigger success. So every time I just go back and see how I could better. So it kind of gives me insight of what, but ultimately at first, like afraid to keep going.
I got you. And I wanted to know what space that you guys were in because for me personally, I've done events since 2004, since my senior year of high school. I didn't know I was going to do events. I didn't even want to do events, but I ended up doing events in high school because my friend group was like the popular friend group in high school. And I'm like, we can't just be popular for no reason. Like, let's do something. So we ended up doing parties because everybody wanted to party with us anyway. So we started doing parties, and I went from doing that and college events, and then even outside of that, going to Las Vegas and doing events, and then starting to spread my wings and do different things like community events and just touching on everything. Like recently I just did a film festival. So I have to go through this process all over again. Like when we was doing parties, it was lit. Everybody came, it was always sold out. But as soon as you do something different, you gotta start all over. You gotta have those feelings all over again. So it's very relatable because I had all of those feelings. It's like, do I still wanna do this? Is this my right niche? Is this even for me? Why don't people support me? Where's my family at? You know what I'm saying? So you go through all of these different feelings, but the beautiful part about that is I had to erase all of those things to continue to go. So this practice, I want everybody to close their eyes, and I want you to really think about any negative feelings that you may have had connected to an event, because this can actually stop us from moving forward. It can hinder us from expansion because you might have done something and you might have had those feelings like, I'm not good enough, or people don't like me. And we have just negative attachments to things. So I want everybody to take a big deep breath, and when you release, I want you to release the bad things that you felt about your business, your brand, and know that you reset. And today is the reset. So we're gonna take a big inhale. I want you to hold it. And I want you to go ahead and exhale. And that is the let go. This is the reset. Because starting today, you guys are new people. You guys are new event planners, new brands, new marketers, all of those other things that was attached to you previously. You don't have to keep those things attached. So moving forward, we're gonna start off fresh and get to whatever we need to get to in this conversation. All right. So top 5 reasons why people don't show up to the events. So these are not in any particular order, but I'm definitely go through them. Not enough promotion time. I see that all the time. And also, as I get to this stuff, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm guilty of all the things too. Still doing the events since 2004, I'm still guilty of making the mistakes. But I also know when I make the mistakes, what to expect. For instance, just real life. This event, the flyer didn't go up till today. If we would have had a flyer last week, it would have been more people, but I wasn't really tripping off of that because I wanted this to be an intimate space. So I'm just letting y'all know I've made all the mistakes and I'm still making the mistakes, but realistically, I know the results that's gonna happen when I do things right and do things wrong. So not enough promotion time. Some people, 1 to 2 weeks or less for promotion. I personally think you need to have at least 30 days for the event. I believe in over promotion, over saturation, because we in LA and people got a lot to do. You got to give people time to schedule. You got to give people time to market on their calendar. So I believe the more time, the better. Weaker limited promotional strategy. Some people just think the social media post is where it's at. And once again, social media oversaturated. Social media is a great place to post. Eventbrite is a great place to post. But if that's what you're relying on, you're not going to sell out an event. I personally believe the strongest marketing strategy is personal invites, and not just texting somebody something, but actually giving them the energy. Like, you know what, I got this yoga session. I think that this will be a great opportunity for you to come out and see what I do. I know that you're in the health and wellness, and I would love for you to come out and really give somebody some real energy. Because me personally, I don't come to no event unless somebody give me some one-on-one energy, even if I know them, because I'm just that busy. And I think we're all that busy. So for me to stop my life and come to your event and spend money, and so you want me to stop, spend money, drive out there, participate, maybe take some pictures, bring the vibes, maybe bring some people, and you gonna give me a copy and paste text message, I'm not coming. It's just that simple. Even if it's CMS, I even told London, like, you gotta text me and let me know if it's something you really want me to come to, because y'all do a bunch of events. So in order for me to really step out, I need that one-on-one energy. Number 3, no clear value or reason to attend. I think it's a glitch in the HDMI cord. We'll fix that for next time. Value. Value is the reason why people come out, and value looks like different things for different people. And I'm just going to use your event because I met you here. You do events here. You do yoga in the garage. Now, if nobody's showing up, they might not see the value in yoga. You will see the value in yoga, but as event planners, it's our job to showcase the value in what we're doing because it's super valuable. We know it because we're into health and wellness, but the people in the community might not. So what we need to do is, how do we connect the value of what you're doing with the people that don't know the value? That's our job. That's the marketing. So you might not have the value for some people's events, but if you do have the value, you're not showcasing the value for people to understand and receive. Poor presentation and energy. Some people just throw out events. Some people put together, just thrown together flyers. You can do a fantastic event, but if your marketing and your presentation is not together, people's not going to believe you. So for instance, for this slideshow, I put my time into making sure it looks like something. So when you saw it, you're like, oh, this is interesting. This is something I might want to pay attention to. Lack of community and relationships. I actually think this one is number 1. There's no order for this, but lack of community and relationships is the realest reason why people don't come out. You might feel like you got strong relationships, but if people is not coming out, that tells you everything you need to know about your community. They might show up in some places, in some spaces, but you need to do events to drive revenue. You need to do events so people can feel and see what you're doing in real time. And if people don't come out to that, you're really not expanding. So the relationships is super important. And we're gonna go over all of these things. So this is another talking piece for you guys. So I want the reasons why you guys attended an event. So like whatever the last event was it the flyer? Was it the value? What made you step out to an event? Or what's the thing that makes you get out the house and go to an event?
Can you start over there?
It's something I'm already interested in.
So what's like the last event where that was something that you saw that you was like, I really want to step out to that?
The last one that I can remember in LA, or even a reoccurring one, the one that I'm like looking forward to coming back to, is the garden event that they have at Carver, route down LA. So it's hits so many different interests because the community garden is something that I want to learn to do what they're doing. Like they're basically what I see as like the future of what I want spaces like CMS to look like. And so with them being in a space of being ahead of me, I'm like, every time I go there, I know I can learn something. I know I can meet people who are doing cool things, who are in the same niche as me. So it's like what they're doing already aligns with like the internal interests I already have.
And how did you find the event?
Someone told me about it.
First the word of mouth.
Yeah.
So let's go back real quick. Well, the promotion strategy worked because you got the word of mouth. You got the clear value because you saw that it was a niche that you was in. The community was there because that's what you saw and that's what you want to do, get introduced. Did you see the flyer? Or you just got the...
I see the flyer now. The thing about, this is what I think about flyers, I think was so right, where it's like the one-on-one energy first. I think flyers end up becoming like the reminder.
Okay.
But I think that I won't say never, but I don't think anytime I see something like a cold flyer, I'm like, oh, I'm going to that.
Okay, so you got the energy of the event, and the flyer was just like a postcard, so you won't forget about it. Now I want y'all to remember that because most people use the flyer as the main source to bring people out. But if it's nothing connecting, if there's no connectivity, no personal connectivity, that flyer means nothing. So that was great feedback. Appreciate that. You want to go next?
Sure. The question is,
just tell me about an event that you went to last and like some of the reasons why you went to that event.
Because I throw so many events now, focus here.
I mean, I say that's still a good answer too, because that's a part of the community aspect. So what's a CMS event that you wanted to go to? It was here and you was like, I can't wait for them to do that here.
I would just say Saturday, two. There was one Saturday, it was a post sessions, like DJ, community connecting. I think what Lee said, like knowing that I'm gonna meet people there, knowing that there's gonna be like some type of connectivity, some type of expansion of self. For me, is important when I go to an event. I don't necessarily go to events solely for like a turn up. So I want to go and be fulfilled and either learn something or meet people or learn something new. So that, and then there was a wellness day here where there were multiple things going on, but she had coffee. And that was like something I was really like excited about because she had someone come out and like make coffee. So just seeing the personal aspect to it, I think brings me to events where I can support someone's personal goals versus it being like this, like you said, a cold or like, yeah, I like small connections. So.
Gotcha. Great feedback. So that showed the clear value. You showed the community and the relationships. So it's been, as you see, it's consistent. The community and the relationships is what's bringing people out. Not a nice flyer. It's good to have a nice flyer, but the community is a big piece of the puzzle. Okay. And what about your last event?
I actually went to a mom meetup. So being a new mom, we're always looking for new friends, new children that our children can connect with because you do build your child's community. So what drove me was just the community aspect of connecting with other moms who were kind of in the same stages as me. And at that particular event, I met a sound healer that does sound bowls or sound healing here. And we were like, oh, small world. So yeah, I think for me it's always really about community and connecting with people and building, relationships, not just to collaborate but to have friendships.
So we see the consistency with the community. So if we don't got enough people who's coming out to our events, what do we need to work on? Now, throughout this presentation, I'm going to cater that to how to build your network, how to build your community, because that sounds like that's the consistent thing. All right, and last but not least.
Same. The event Saturday with London, and I'm gonna show up for London whenever she needs me to show up for her. But I always know that I meet great people. I met you. I've met like a few other great people in every event that I do with her. It's always some great stuff that comes from it. So yeah, back to community.
People in community.
Yeah.
So that's what we need to work on, is how do we connect with our people? How do we build our community? How do we make our events something where it's like, you know what? London told me about that. I need to be there. So that's something we're going to work on. All right. And I think we kind of lightly talked about this, and I'm going to go down this just for me first. How many people came to your worst event? I definitely had people where it was like 2 people at the event. I have several events where it was like 2 people at the event, but just like Lee said, it didn't stop me. It encouraged me to keep going. What did I promote it on? The usual suspects is Eventbrite and Facebook events and Instagram. But once again, Instagram is beginning to be almost the worst place to promote, because it's so much going on. People really don't take it serious. So we definitely gonna go over some different avenues of promotions. What were the value points? That's always good, because I try to bring maximum value to my events. I try to bring maximum value to everything I do. And as leaders and as event promoters, the number one thing I see where people mess up at is they don't really bring value. You want people to come out. Once again, somebody can text me and say, come to my event this weekend, but it's just like, why? You want me to leave my house, stop what I'm doing, stop my money routine, stop my personal routine, stop my family routine, because I don't go out a lot. You want me to spend money because I'm going to come and spend money to get in the event. I'm going to buy some drinks, I'm going to buy some food, and I'm going to bring people with me. So we're asking people to do all of these things. What is the value? So I want you guys to think about that throughout this presentation. Like, what is the value outside of you doing yoga? outside of you bartending, I'm pretty sure you're doing other things. Outside of gardening and outside of CMS, when they come to CMS, what is the value? We know the initial value is yes, there's a workspace. Yes, there's people, but it got to be some deeper underlining value. Like this, I think, is super valuable. The people who've done events here get to come for a free, enriching workshop. That's the deeper value. But you need like 100 of those. And when you get 100 of those, you're gonna have too many people trying to come. So think about what value do you bring outside of, what do you do? Well, the sound bowl healing. Outside of it being therapeutic and outside of it being a cool event, which should be enough value, but even deeper, what is the value of them coming and connecting with you there? I just think I don't need to answer, but just think about that. Did you send a personal invite or entire contact list? I want us to get out of blasting is cool, but the personal invites is more important than the blasting. It's good to get it in front of everybody, but that's just a reminder to send out those personal invites. And what did I learn from this experience? We talked about that already. We learned to get better at marketing. We learned how to connect better with people. We learned how to bring more value. So this next section is about knowing your market. We talked about this earlier. What problem do you solve? I'll go down the line again. What problems do we solve with our events? So for me, the last event I did was for filmmakers. It was a showcase of small independent films. So the problem I solved was I allowed movie buffs and film heads to connect with producers, DPs, photographers, and people who made films that need to get their films out there. So the problem was you have this independent film that's dope, but for some reason it's not connecting to the masses. I created my event, which was a bridge to connect the people who love movies and want to connect to the people who are creating movies. It's a win-win. That's the value. I created a super valuable service. So some might look at it as an event. I created a service for these people to help these people. One perspective is, let me do an event so I can get money. That's what 90% of people do. With my events, what service can I do or create to bridge what people need to the audience that they're looking to connect with? And that's super valuable, because if I said I created an organization to help all of these community leaders to find somebody like you, you're gonna be like, sign me up. And it's not gonna be even a second guess about it. So that's how I do my events. I try to create a bridge. Who do you think benefits the most from your events? Follow the success trail. Target the same market with thriving competitors. Where your thriving competitors are reaching who is doing it right. That's one thing I want you guys to think about as well. It's okay to copy and paste. It's okay to find somebody that's in your market and do exactly what they are doing, right? That is the note right there. Copy and paste is the key. I know we see all these influencers popping up, and believe it or not, it's popping up because the internet has made everything copy and paste. So if I do something that's viral, and you do something that's viral, and you do something that's viral, and it all go viral, guess what? We all got numbers, we all sold products, we all expanded off of the same thing. So somebody in your market is doing it right. Especially on social media, we don't gotta think about it too much. Find out who's doing it right. You have the other garden event, you already on it. Do exactly what they're doing. And don't feel bad about it. Does anybody in here feel bad about copy and pasting? Let's talk about it. Does anybody feel bad about just taking somebody else's strategy and just doing that exact same thing? Let's talk about it.
So there's a woman on Instagram named Raymani, and she does R&B yoga, just to R&B music. It's great. I love it. She's huge. And a part of me is like, dang, I don't want to steal what she has. But I know that there are communities that are untapped, because she's doing it in LA, but she's also traveling and doing it. And I'm like, okay, that's dope. But like for me, what I'm noticing is that Long Beach has a yoga community that's white. And I'm like, I want more people of color to be doing yoga, and I also want them to be able to connect to the music and not be the traditional yoga music that you hear. So I'm like, how can I not steal her idea, but build that community in the South Bay, Carson, Compton, Torrance, Long Beach area, like West Side Long Beach area. So that's kind of what I've been struggling with, is like not trying to copy her.
So I got a question. So you drink coffee, obviously, right?
Tea.
Or tea. So you got Starbucks, but how many tea places is out here? Do you think these corporations felt any way about, even if they had like a seasonal, October cinnamon pumpkin spice tea? You know, every tea spot got a pumpkin spice tea, and they're all being sold out all the time. Why do we feel bad about the copy and paste method when the people that are successful are doing it? I want us to erase that. It's okay.
That's true. She may love that.
That's
Imitation
true.
is the greatest form of flattery.
That is true. And I mean, I follow her everywhere, and I'm like, girl, like I follow her on Threads, I follow her on Instagram, like I follow her, and I'm like, and she said it before, like, girl, be in the space. It's just me getting out of my own way and being like.
And I will tell you, with smaller businesses, somebody will come at you like, you stole my idea,
Yes.
and feel a way about it. Now, there's ways we can get around that, because if you already got a relationship with her, you can just have a conversation. I love what you
Well,
do.
no, I don't have a relationship with her. She's my fake Instagram bestie. I don't know her personally.
I advise you to reach out to her and be like, I love what you're doing, and I want to do something along those lines. Can I collaborate with you? Or if not collaborate, I want to do something similar to this, and I want to make you aware. Maybe you can come out.
Yeah.
That way she can't feel no way about nothing. And also, just if she big and doing her thing, she shouldn't feel no way.
Right.
And just to be blunt, when people do feel away, I just feel like they stupid, and I feel like you don't deserve to be in my atmosphere anyway.
Yeah.
If you're gonna trip on an intellectual property that's not even yours,
Yeah.
because you're not the first or the last person to do an R&B yoga. You're not the first or the last person to do a workshop. On events. Like, man, you can't do that. I did that last week at CMS. That's stupid. So when people act weird like that, I just be like, you wasn't gonna be in my circle of relationships anyway.
Do it, girls.
I have
Thank
one.
y'all.
I stole my idea.
Go ahead.
Clothing samples.
I think with copy and paste, two things. I'm not really worried about, because I do study the market and see what works. I think for me, I get extra creative, and then I feel like I should do something that represents me, not copy and paste. So then sometimes I can get too creative. Now I'm outside of the box of like what works, because I'm like you said, recreating the wheel. So I think.
And when I say copy and paste, I don't mean copy and paste everything.
No. So like I'm a sound healer. Like most sound healers, I learned from a sound healer. So like there's things that she did that I do that work, right? But I'm just saying, like in general, if I see something, I mean, like the DJ thing, I've seen that somewhere. That's not, I didn't come up with that, right? But then there's aspects that we added or wanted to add. I don't know if I mentally added them. Anyways, just in general, like I think for me that would be where I find the.
And at the end of the day, it's copy and paste, but it's still you. So it'll never be exactly the same, because we all are creatives. That's why we do events. So take the pieces that work and just add it to what's going on, and it's gonna save you so much mental time. We don't have to be as creative as we are. We spend a lot of time being creative
I think that's
and not enough time being productive
Yeah.
and executing. So less creativity time, more execution time, because we can think of a million ideas. I got a million dollar ideas in my phone, but it's not the ideas. Like, we in an era where creativity is booming, so we really don't have to use all our creative juices all the time. But our execution juices has to be on point in order for things to come to life.
Yeah. I think that was the point that I was.
All right. And do you guys know your market? Your age, location, interests? Like, have you guys ever put together a target market? So this is going to be an exercise. I want you guys to write down your exact market and be as specific as possible. The more specific you are, the more niche you can be. I had a problem with this for a long time, because I was always like, well, everybody's my market. Well, everybody can like what you do, but you got to speak directly to an audience. So for example, for this, I'm speaking directly to an audience. I'm speaking to people who've done events. I'm speaking to people who have done events at CMS. I'm speaking with community workers, healers, spiritually enlightened people. You guys are the market. This is not club promoter. This is not blank person here. You guys are all kind of the same person, same demographic. So I want you guys to think of the age, and the more specific, the better. It can be a range. It can be like 30 to 35. It don't have to be like 32-year-old person. You know what I mean? Location, interest, and just the people that you're looking to target. And while you guys write that down and think about it, my market is creators and creatives. I'm gonna say age 25 to 35 in the Los Angeles area, looking to get help with creating in social media and content creation, or experts at it, and people who creatively put things together to expand their business or need help with that. Because I want to get the experts and the novice people together, bring them together, and we all create together. So I find people who need the work, and I find the experts. I find the experts so they can be my teachers and instructors, and I find the people who need the work so I can bring them to the people that they need to get the knowledge they need to get to elevate. And I think that's my mastermind on why my events with Creators Kickback is always going to work, because it's always a want and it's a need, a problem and a solution, and I'm helping people get to that next phase. Most people who are doing events are just looking to get cash. My events, I'm looking to solve problems for people. So who's your market? What's the age? What are they interested in? Write it down, and I'll just get a volunteer whenever you guys are done. And just tell me about your market, and tell me about how you found that market, and also how are you going to engage with that market now that you know. And I also going to let you know if you need to fine tune it a little bit. So whoever wants to go, whenever you guys are finished, take your time.
I could go.
Okay.
My market is 45 to 85. These are people who are either experiencing health problems or have people around them who are experiencing health problems and are interested in like reversing some of the things that either happen with their parents or is happening with people around them, as far as like hypertension, diabetes, and just early death in general. And the thing that they really want the most is independence, and they want to be able to not only live longer, but they want to live well into their old age.
Okay, so that's great. I just think that age is a big market, and it's kind of impossible to target that many people. Now, if you touch that many people, awesome, but I think the target market should be a 5-year age range. Now, if it drips off into, older people, let's say you said 40 to what?
I said 45 to 85.
45 to 85. So I say you target 45 to 50 in the things that they're interested in, or just picking a window and targeting that strong. Because on social media, number one, people that old is not going to even be on social media. So it's really kind of even hard to target that. It's like the people that are 80, your business plan and strategy is going to be completely different for the people that's 45. So you're going to have to split yourself in half to really get all of those people. I say you blow up with the younger crowd and get popular and get all the traffic you need. And people naturally are going to bring people that's their aunts, their uncles, their moms and dads that's in those higher age ranges, but you don't necessarily need to target them. You might be able to target them through just hitting your market hard and naturally get referrals from older people because they need the help. So if you feel if your numbers are too wide, always think about scaling down as much as possible. So you can say, I'm in the health and wellness field, but what part? Is it sound healing? Is it yoga? Is it gardening? Is it meditation? Get targeted with your market, and I believe that will help you actually connect with your people. Now, other people will come. I'm not saying neglect the other people, but hit the hard target market strong, because like picking a niche right now on social media is everything. If you lock in on a niche and keep going, people get on social media now to be taught a certain thing. They look at it like channels. So if your channel got a little bit of everything, it's kind of hard for people to lock in. Now, once you kill something, then you can branch off and do other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, example, 50 Cent. He was great at music, but then he went into movie producing and TV producing and killed that. But he wouldn't have been able to kill it unless he killed the music game. And he did that for like 10 plus years. So kill your niche, and then you can open up a little bit more. Also, if you guys have any questions, feel free to stop me at any time. You have a question?
I have a question. I struggle with defining my interests. So like I know location and I know kind of age group, which that used to be hard for me too because I wanted to reach everybody. But now I'm in like the 25 to 30, 35 if I were to stretch it out. But really 25 to 30. Inner city, like entrepreneur practitioners. That's who I'm looking for. But the interest is where I get fuzzy. Where my messaging also gets fuzzy.
The interest, like what they're interested in?
Yeah, like aligning what we offer our value and like identifying their interests. So like right now I have it as like bringing wellness activities to the inner city and them growing their businesses. But I just feel like that's still very broad.
So, what are you guys interested in? Because this is your market.
Yeah.
So your information comes from these people, and I have a concept called sell and then scale. They sold because they're here. So now that they're here, how do we get their community to come here is a question. So I don't think you need to change what the interests are because it's working. So you already sold people, you already made sales. Now it's about scaling, and that's what this is. So the answer literally is being solved right here because now you created an operation for now the community is enriching your community to go enrich their community. So
yeah, okay.
So if I had a board, it's just kind of like a spider web. You know what I'm saying? I'll have one next time. But like it's like a spider web. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the different nodes connecting with different people. And right now we have a lack of superstars. Now don't take it wrong. It's not you guys not saying y'all not special. Not saying that y'all stars, but the superstars get the bigger crowds. For me, from an ego perspective, I never wanted to be the superstar. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you're in front of the room and you're a leader, you're the star of the business. You are the influencer, whether you like or want to be an influencer or not, whether you like or want to be popular or not. I know the problem with our community is we don't want to be the popular ones and we don't want to be the look at me ones. Guess what? You got to be that or your events and your business is probably going to struggle. That's just that's just the reality of it. Does anybody here have a problem with being a star?
Me, yes.
You got a problem with being a star? We had this conversation
yes.
before. What about you, Lee?
Yes.
I don't know. It's not that I have a problem with it. It's more of, I think similar to you, like it just wasn't my interest. It wasn't where I always wanted to build systems. Like that's what interests me. That's what like excites me. So it's not that I have a problem with it. It's just that, but I think I'm on the same page as you now, where I'm like, all right, well, somebody gotta do it.
It's two reasons why we gotta do it. We gotta do it because the way people's brains work is if you're not garnering a lot of energy, then people are just not gonna take you serious. You can have all the value in the world. You can be healing people, you can be changing lives, you can literally be healing cancer with sound. Literally saving lives. But until you step out into the world like I'm the one, people not gonna think that you're the one. The second reason is we gotta create. Now, even more reason why you gotta be a star if you don't wanna be a star, because you gotta create stars. Now, how do you create a star? Because you created the star within yourself. And then you said, look, this is what I did the presentation. I got the people. I stood in front of the room and I'm gonna teach you how to do it. That's the best way. If you don't wanna be a star, even more reason why you gotta be a star, because you're gonna have to train your future star. And no future star is gonna take you serious if you didn't do the things yourself. So that's a golden nugget from today is know that you gotta step out and be the one, whether you like it or not. So that leads us into you need a team. You need at least five free entries at the event. And this is a concept to where if you had an event and nobody was there, you really feeling at a high level because you didn't even have your team there. At the very least, your team should be the event. At the very least. So that can be marketing help, setup, support, other organizations, and people that show up no matter what. Who are your 5 people? Do you already have a team or do we need to build a team? So write down 2 people in your field that you can co-host or cross-promote with. So this is a kind of a 2-part thing. I want you to think about the people that come and support you. So for example, at your event, was that your cousin? That was
My neighbor, nephew.
Okay, your neighbor was there, but that's your team.
Mm-hmm.
That made that section of the event so much more impactful, because even him just sitting there drinking made people want to come drink. For real. It wasn't, look, check this out. It wasn't a lot of people at the event, but the bar was cracking.
Yeah,
A part of the bar cracking was him
Mm-hmm.
drinking. I think if you had 3 more friends
Oh, I did on one.
that was hanging out at the bar, you probably would have tripled your sales.
And that one made the. Yes.
No, that one made the.
No, that one made the event. That was movie night.
Yeah. Oh,
Them being there because we barely had people at movie night.
So if you got an event that nobody came to, then you need to at least have your main supporter, your best friend, your significant other. Somebody in the beginning needs to be showing up for you. And also, it's people who want to do what you're doing. We may or may not think that we're the expert in the field or the top dog in the field, but what was the girl that you was talking about? The R&B yoga?
The
Raymani.
What was her name?
Raymani.
So you are somebody's Raymani, believe it or not. And somebody is looking to get into the space and network. But we just got to go and find those people and really put it out there that we're looking for people. Who wants to learn yoga? Who wants to learn how to be a yoga teacher? Who wants to just be in the environment and really build with those people? So if you don't got a team, that's really how you find, that's the outreach. That's how you find people, because we are the experts in our field because we're doing the work. For the longest time, I didn't believe I was an expert in the field because I wasn't making millions of dollars. Or maybe somebody wasn't super coming to the event. We are the experts in the field. We are the ones. It's always going to be more consumers than producers. We are the producers. We are taking time out of our day after work where we could be doing anything else to learn and enrich ourselves. This is why people need to come work with you and for you. So I know a lot of people that I tell us about, they feel like maybe people won't listen to them, or people's not going to be interested, or they earned it. Y'all earned it. Because you're here and you're doing what you're doing and you're committed to your program, and other people want to be where you are. Some people don't have the courage to be where you are. Also, you only need to know 1% more to be considered an expert. 1%, that's all. All you got to do is know the next step. So I'm saying that to encourage you guys to get the team together for the people to come support you. It's a photographer, it's a videographer, it's somebody in your field, it's a friend, it's somebody who just thinks that you're interested in, that you got to connect with. And people love to support. Once again, it's always more consumers than it is producers. Consumers just want to come and be a part of the thing. So as you walk outside as that dude or that chick, they gonna feel that, and they gonna want to come and embrace what you're doing. So I do want you to write down 2 people in your field that you feel like you can co-host and cross-promote with. And it's not on here, but I want you to take some homework home and reach out to them, no matter how big they are. Because they might just respond and be like, I was looking for somebody like you. Because guess what? They need help too. They need backup too. They need support too. They need people to mentee too. Because in these spaces, not only are we building brands, not only are we helping people, but we got to be bringing people up under us as well. If you're not bringing people up under you, your brand is going to fall short. This is an example of London bringing people up under CMS to uplift y'all so y'all can be better people and be more testimonials, you know. But if you're not, it's like a record label. Like if you a hot rapper, you only gonna be hot for a couple of years. If you're not on the works of signing somebody else and bringing in some younger talent, you're gonna fall flat. So I just need one person, but whoever's ready. Who are the 2 people that you gonna reach out to, and how are you gonna reach out to them? If y'all not ready, we can wait, but it could be big or small, but I just want you guys to be in the mindset of collaboration. And I'm gonna give you an example also with Creators Kickback. Every event is a collaborative event. So me and London did an event here. It was a media day where we did a photo shoot and we did a content day, and we gave people a day pass to come in and use the facility. I did the photography. She provided the space and the vibes and the conversation and the scavenger hunt. We came together and made some money and made it work. If I would have did this on my own, it would have been twice as hard. If she would have did it on her own, it would have been twice as hard. But collaboration is the key. I don't do no events without a partner in some capacity. So even for your event, I'm not a partner, but I'm a businessman and a business mind, and I'm coming out to support your event with photography, and now you're leaving with media. You didn't ask for that, but you got it. But that's just showing the collaboration piece. You know what I'm saying? Leah invited me out to he did an event at a school, and I came and shot at it. And I wasn't a partner, but I am a businessman and a business mind, and I did post and I did promote them, and I do tell people about what he does. So that was kind of like a partnership. He picked a great photographer. He could have just picked a photographer that just sent the pictures and like get on. I show people these pictures and show people what I'm doing and how I'm contributing to the community, and he's building and growing from there. So partnership and collaboration is everything. So does anybody have the two people that they're gonna reach out to, or the two entities that they're gonna reach out to?
I've actually already.
I was gonna say I did this already.
Yeah, I've already reached out to 2 people. Multiple people actually, but one of them today I reached out, and I'm gonna get a response one day. But Sterling K. Brown and his wife Ryan have a podcast called We Don't Always Agree, and I love them, and they talk about wellness and such. So I invited them to my floating sound bath.
Awesome.
Yeah,
You have a floating?
I do, and we will talk about it after, because I need to talk
So
to
you
you too.
you
about
invited them, or you
I
want to
did.
collaborate with them?
I invited them so they can see what I do and the vibe and all that good stuff. And if they come out, please, are you kidding? We're gonna collaborate. Yeah, for
And
sure.
what's the other organization?
Oh no, I reached out to a couple different spas and wellness centers, yoga studios and such to, kind of so they can come out and see what I do and promote. Because eventually I'm gonna have to do some indoor pools, so I'm trying to like smooth them.
So know that that's a part of your promotion, is looking for collaborations and partnerships all the time. One of the most greatest promotional strategies I have to this day is going on social media and say, hey everybody, I am looking for blank. I swear to God, you're gonna get so much traffic. Even as a strategy, even if I'm not looking for somebody, if it's slow and I ain't got nobody to push, I'll just say, hey, I'm looking for LA photographers. You know how many people flood in from that? I'm looking for web designers.
Yeah.
I guarantee you're gonna find 20 new people to connect with. So write that down. If it's slow, I'm looking for blank. Not even if it's slow, whatever you're looking for. I'm looking for other sound bowl healers. I'm looking for other gardeners. I'm looking for people who want to learn gardening. Always be looking for something. Use ChatGPT. Like, look, I need to find people. What are 50 things that I need for my business to build? They're gonna give you that list of 50 people. I need a search engine optimization engineer. Even if you can't use them, I guarantee you're gonna start to get that traffic. As event planners and business people, we need to always be getting traffic to come to us. And that's my strategy. I'll always get people to come to me, so I don't have to go to them. Because going out and trying to find people is too much work for my brain. So I just always try to reel people back in.
It sounds like a very introverted strategy.
It's a strategy that works. And it's 6:48, and I think I got a whole bunch of more slides, so I'm gonna try to speed it up for you because I want to finish on time so we can chat. All right, so strategy, growth and strategy, and some of these things we talked about, but promotion strategy, how to get the word out, partnerships, we talked about that. Consistency, that's a big one, because if you do one event and people don't see you for months, easy fall. You've got to stay hitting people with something. It's great to have a weekly, monthly, or yearly something. That's a golden nugget. Please write that down. If you're doing events, have a weekly, monthly, or yearly something. I was telling London she wants to do like a block party out here. I said that block party is gonna fund you for the rest of the year. Every big organization got their yearly something. Like, have you guys heard of InvestFest? InvestFest, that 1 year feeds them for the rest of the year. They do other things, but all of the smaller things feed into that bigger event. If you're not ready for a bigger event, like you do a weekly, is it weekly or bi-weekly?
Weekly.
You do a weekly. When people know that you do something weekly, you always got an excuse to pop up. That shows the consistency. But find something yearly to do. Find your grand thing that you do and let that roll into your big yearly thing, because that one thing will literally set your whole event off like forever. It'll set your whole brand off because people's gonna be waiting all year. I don't know if you guys heard of Love Day, but I partnered with somebody that I met through CMS to put together an event called Love Day. Lee's familiar, and we're gonna do it every year. It's a day to celebrate people, celebrate businesses, show love, do workshops, and it's kind of like our own Invest Fest. And I'm highly invested in that because I know Trail needs a yearly event. I need a yearly event, and that's gonna give us the whole year to stay motivated and push. So that's great to have. Free value will get you so much growth. We are all teachers. I'm leading by example. Free value. Now y'all gonna be more logged into what I'm doing. Lee already know me, but this is the first time he came to a class, and now he's like, oh, I see what J-Mo's doing, so I'm a little more engaged in what he's doing. You need a workshop, and I know you already got workshops, but more free value. Everything that you was doing in Japan was crazy because people don't know the process of how honey is made. They don't know, like, they never seen a black beekeeper. That's free value, and that's why you got the sales that you got. That's why your Kickstarter went crazy, because they got the value and they got the interest and they know who you are and you hit your target market. So if you're not giving away, if you feel like you're not making enough money, you're not giving enough away for free, because we're asking people to come out to these events for sales, but what are we doing? We are the servants. We work for them. So flip the whole script. You think they come in and enrich your event? No, it's our job to enrich them and whatever it is that we do. We talked about this already. Also, we're the authority figures. We're the leads, the heads, so we should move in that space. And also, something we haven't talked about was data collections. When we do these events, we're not doing events to do events. We are doing events to collect information. Remember that. You're not doing the events for the event. Like the corporations, they do massive events to collect data so they can now hit their target markets. So on the outside, it's gonna look like this fun, festive thing. But as business minds and business owners, we're collecting emails, we're collecting telephone numbers, and we're building relationships for our next thing. It's really smoke and mirrors. It's like, it seems fun, it seems like a party. I'm just getting all y'all data. Data. High quality media, we already know. We gotta look good on social media. As much as we might hate social media, gotta look good on social media. Find you a photographer, find you a videographer, invest in some equipment, it's worth it. This thing right here costs like $500. Your new iPhone was like $1,200. This laptop, $3,000. But at the end of the day, we're investing in ourselves. So if you are afraid of the media thing, feel free to invest or find somebody who got the equipment to invest. So does everybody outside of me, let's say I don't exist, does everybody here have a couple of photographers that they can use? You got a couple?
Maybe, yeah, like at least one for sure.
More homework. Reach out to your photographers and videographers. Don't ask them for services. Don't say, hey, I need you to come do photography and videography. What can I do for you? How can I help you grow your business and your brand? You know what they gonna say? Well, when's your next event? I'll come shoot it. So we just went from looking for a photographer that we need to pay for to now photographers begging us to come shoot our events because they need more content. See the game that we playing here?
I have a question.
What's up?
What can I do for you?
What can you do for me?
You're already doing it. Give me
You can
Going forward.
continue to come to these workshops.
Okay.
Continue to get content and media. Continue to help me look like the authority figure that I am. Help me heal with the sound bowl healing and whatever. And I don't know what other value that you bring to the table, but we've only known each other for about 2 weeks, and you bring in more than what most people bring that I've known for years. So have the mindset to want to do for me, because I'm always going to have the mindset to want to do for y'all. That's what makes me and her relationship strong. And she'll let you know, I got slides, but if we want to get into a real conversation, we can. I know my relationship with her is different because I come wanting to bring value. I don't want to take nothing from CMS. This is my mindset. I'm from Compton. and I want to do for Compton. She's working in Compton, so how can I just contribute to whatever she's doing? She don't got to do nothing for me. Her value is going to be inherent because she built a valuable space. I don't need to ask her for nothing. I'm in a valuable space. I know how to extract value. I already won. But as long as I pour into her and she's pouring into this, and this is in Compton, I'm doing for Compton. So it just makes sense. But I just always try to bring maximum value to my partnerships. So that takes us back to the photographers. Most people with their photographers and videographers, it's like, come and take pictures, I'll pay you. Okay, that's the average typical setup. But for you guys, for everybody that you work, how can I help you? How can I contribute to what you're going on? How can I bring value into your life? And I guarantee you those partnerships will be different. So I'm gonna pause real quick and just get some feedback because I know we talked about a lot and also it's a lot more slides, but I want to finish this on time, which is in 3-4 minutes. Did that feel like an hour?
No.
That one went super fast.
It's valuable. Valuable information. No. Yeah.
So I'm glad I did this because now I'm gonna shorten this presentation or revamp it because it's like 10 more slides about it. Good stuff. But I definitely feel like I
You're like a
gave you.
part two.
We know we definitely gonna continue to do this. So right now I just want to chat about your needs. What do you guys need with your events, or how do you feel like you need to expand? Because I really want to dig into that so I can give you immediate value to go home with and expand with. I know y'all got some good stuff, but that's a part that I really want to dig into. So I'm just going to bypass these slides for now. So, whoever's ready, tell me about what you're going through with your events. Because specifically, I want you to get more bodies and tell me like a roadblock that you're having. And we're going to just get in the problem solving mode real quick. So whoever's ready.
You got the most current event coming up.
I know.
And your
I
event
don't
is
want
like
to get
a
emotional. That's
couple
the thing.
days.
Yeah. So, engagement and getting people to actually sign up and come. So give me a second. I had 4 people that signed up, and 3 have canceled on me last minute. I got a call last night. The last 2 people, the 2 people canceled last night. So then, I was telling Linda today that I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna cancel. I'm not even gonna do it. I was gonna delete my posts on Facebook, all the things. So then I went to bed and I woke up this morning at like 3 a.m, like crying. But then I was like, okay, I feel like I have one person that said they'll pay and is gonna show up. I have my photographer and videographer coming out, so I felt like even if I have to come out of the pocket, the value that I'm getting out of that was worth it. So I have since pivoted, which you were invited. You were invited as well. It is now a promo event, so I can just get people on the floats, get my content. That's why I reached out to different sound healers, yoga studios, all the people, so they can come out and hopefully like share it on their socials and give me testimonials and all that good stuff.
So I think you have a very great service. You just need a good promotional strategy.
Yeah.
So write down that note, promotional strategy. So next time you come to this, we can, or if we want to do a one-on-one, we can dig into that. But that's so this right here. This is the social media stuff that you can do that'll guarantee you at least a couple people.
Okay.
So Eventbrite always gonna bring you a couple people. Partyful.
No, I tried Eventbrite last time. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Keep posting.
Okay.
People also need to see consistency. But Partyful, has everybody heard of Partyful?
Now I have.
Okay. Facebook events. It's not as strong as it used to be, but I still like to use Facebook events because some people get crazy engagement on Facebook. I don't, but I think Facebook events is still strong. Now, Join Links is something new. Are you familiar with Join Links?
I've heard of it.
Okay. Everybody on Join Links? Join Links is a new Black-owned, basically like an Eventbrite. So it's like a social media and events all into one. And the dude, is he from LA? Well, I think he's from LA, so it's catered to like LA people and LA events, and I think that's a great place to start to build a community. I'll give you my strategy. Well, actually, hold on, before I get to that. email lists and Telegram groups. A lot of people don't have email lists. Even if you don't have an email list right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, email list is the most important thing in your business. Email list is the most important thing in your business. I promise you. Collecting data and emails, because I believe I saw a study. I believe I saw a study that said people change their emails every 7 years, on average. People change their telephone numbers every 2 years, on average. So if you get their emails, you got them for at least 7 years. And some people like me never change their email.
Yeah.
It's my name. If your name is your email and you got their email, you got them for life.
Yeah.
JameroMercer@gmail. You ever do?
For your email list, do you use a certain platform?
Right now, I use MailChimp and it's free. So it's free and it's pretty easy to use, but I just hired somebody who puts together funnel systems. And what are we using now? Damn, I forgot the name.
Flowdesk?
Not Flowdesk. I suck. That's that good old memory. I'll let y'all know.
ConvertKit?
Huh?
ConvertKit?
Nah. See, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm really forget. It's gonna come to me, I promise you. But MailChimp is free and you can use that right now.
And that, does you upload, like, do you have to create something?
You can enter emails individually, but what is great about Eventbrite collects emails. So it's something called CSV or CDS, or I think it's CSV. On Eventbrite, you can extract a CSV file and then upload it to any email marketing. So if you have 50 people that signed up but nobody came, let's say it was a free event, and let's say nobody came, but 50 people said they wanted to come on Eventbrite, you have those 50 emails and you can, on the back end, go ahead and remarket them.
Would you say that email is the same as like newsletters?
That's what I'm saying.
Same thing.
Yeah. Creating a newsletter is the next level of that. And also, it's 1,000 different ways we can do this event thing. I just want to give y'all the golden nuggets. Some people's going to go crazy on social media. Some people's going to create email lists. Some people's going to build relationships. Some people's going to do collaborations. The ones that I said was a golden nugget, you could just do that and it will change your whole shit. So I'm not saying you guys have to do all of these. Eventually, you have to master all of these things. But right now, whatever resonates with you, you can really work hard on that and it will change your whole events.
I would like insight.
Just say some insight.
Yeah, like were you done?
Oh no, so for you,
Yeah.
I actually didn't finish.
Yeah,
I think you have something very unique and niche, and that's great. Right now, this is the era of niche. The more unique you can be, the better. So you gotta really dive into sound healing, and you gotta really dive into the value of floating, and really teach people like sonically why this is good. You could talk about hertz, 365, 564, all of the different, frequencies of the sound bulbs. Like just that alone, that's a post for you. It's the different frequencies of the bulbs and why and what they do. That's a week's worth of posts.
Okay.
You can also use ChatGPT and say, hey, I want to create a month's worth of content talking about sound frequencies. What you got for me?
Okay.
And it's literally gonna spit out so much stuff for you to post. So people just need to have awareness of what you do, and it's gonna come from the relationships, and you can get some random people from just good informative posts, giving free value on why sound healing and floating can change your life. Also testimonials, we talked about that too. Even if it's just a media day, get a test. What's more important than anything is a testimonial. Because if you had 10 testimonials right now and you post them before every event, people are gonna be like, I need to be a part of that.
Okay. Because I've done like the research, and there are floating sound baths in the area, right? There are a few, but I provide everything. So most of them are like, bring your own blanket, bring your own pillow, bring your this. I provide everything, and I do gift bags. So I'm like, why? What the hell? I even put my products in the gift bags that I make.
You're saying that now, but me as a consumer, I haven't seen it. So you are dropping the ball when it comes to getting your message to your audience. Because I'm your audience. Because I like floating and I like sound healing.
Can I give a nugget too?
Yeah.
PRLs. So you can go on Etsy, you can Google them, and you can put in for sound healing, for yoga. $15, $5, you get 30 posts for the month. You just put it into Canva, create a brand kit, click your brand kit color, changes everything in there, and it's already made.
Wait, you said where?
PRLs.
On Etsy and
Etsy, Google. You just Google it.
okay.
So when I was pumping I haven't done my sound healing stuff in so long, but when I was pushing that out, I used that. So the Canva, ChatGPT is good because then you can personalize it yourself. But like how you don't like to make posts, they're already made.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys can do that.
And that stands for private label rights.
Yes.
And that is,
Thank you. I never remember the word.
that is intellectual property that is put out there for us to reuse. It's literally copy and paste. Majority of the ebooks that we buy are private label rights. It's something that somebody else wrote, and then somebody put their little sauce on it. Some people people don't even change it, and they just resell it to us. So if you find some good private label stuff, it's definitely gonna be great for you. And once again, we don't gotta move forward with all those things now, but have that knowledge to know that's something to use in the future. So once again, testimonials, connecting with your audience, giving free value, personal connections, and partnerships. I guarantee you those things is gonna take your whole event to the next level. All right. Your next event.
I think mine was just finding the right time and understanding when people actually like to do yoga. So I know originally I started on Thursdays because that's when it worked out for my schedule. But what I'm finding is more people are like, hey, do you actually host the one in Compton on the weekend? So I'm like, okay, let me transition that. Even though I already teach on the weekend, I'm like, I can put another class right here in the middle between two classes. So I think for me it's really scheduling. And then like we talked about